Meghan Markle's estranged father says she deceived people by claiming she had not given authorization to a senior aide to brief the authors of her biography. Thomas Markle slammed his daughter following revelations from her then press secretary Jason Knauf that she was aware about the book Finding Freedom. The Duchess of Sussex said she had not remembered emails between her and Mr. Knauf despite a spokesperson for the Sussexes insisting they did not collaborate with the authors on the book, nor were they interviewed for it. In a damning interview on GB News on Thursday evening, he claimed, "I can't speak too much about this but I think she was trying to deceive. I think she was telling lies. Finally the truth is coming out and thank God for Jason Knauf. I would like him to come over so I can take him out for a steak." Meghan has apologized in a new witness statement, where she accepted that Mr. Knauf did brief the authors of Finding Freedom with Meghan's knowledge. She said, "I apologize to the court for the fact that I had not remembered these exchanges at the time. I had absolutely no wish or intention to mislead the defendant or the court." The Duchess added that had she known about the emails she would have been more than happy to refer to them as strongly supportive of her case. In the interview Thomas claimed Meghan had demanded he stop talking to his two older children and that she had ghosted her family from both sides after marrying Prince Harry. Meghan has claimed that her two older half-siblings Samantha and Thomas had said hurtful things about her in the past. The Duchess of Sussex has been the subject of a number of cutting remarks from her father, and he also tore into Prince Harry's new tell-all book, which he branded shameful. During the attack on the Sussexes, Thomas claimed he was being ghosted by Meghan and has vowed to continue to publicly attack his daughter until she begins speaking to him again. "I think Harry has abandoned the Queen, the royal family, the British people and the army. He's abandoned them all," he said on GMB. "I've made it quite clear until I hear from her, until she does speak to me, that I'll continue to do this. I will do a show for at least a month if I can get it through, and eventually sooner or later she should start talking to me. This is way too childish. This is kind of silly. It's time to talk with each other. We're a family." At one point the retired lighting director said he'd consider taking legal action in a bid to see his grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet. He was asked by Wotton for his response to Meghan's comments about him, regarding the infamous paparazzi pictures he staged with an agency before her wedding. The Duchess had, in an interview with Oprah, implied her dad had intentionally caused her pain with the photos. "My first response is, what's going to happen to these children?" her dad said. "I don't know what terrible things are going to happen to these children because I did some photos. I don't know what they're talking about, what Harry is talking about. He kept saying if you do that only one kid will be protected, not two. I don't know what he's talking about. Why am I being picked on? It seems I'm very easily picked on." In the other hand, in sensational court documents released today, Meghan has now claimed she only wrote the 1,250-word note on advice of senior royals A and B. She said she was originally told by a palace aide she should fly to Mexico and meet Mr. Markle in person, which she felt was completely unrealistic. Instead, she reignited the discussion over how to deal with the concerns surrounding her dad and his dealings with the media while visiting the senior royal B with Harry. Meghan said, "While my husband and I were sitting with senior member B, I was told that senior member A was on the telephone and wished to speak to me. The telephone was passed to me and we had a discussion about the situation in the presence of senior member B and my husband. Once the call ended, we continued discussions with senior member B, and it was only after these discussions, and in accordance with the advice that I received from the two senior family members, as stated in my re-amended reply, I decided that I would write a letter to my father." She also accused the royals of putting significant pressure on Harry and herself to deal with her father and said she felt strongly she had to do something about it. Meghan added, "It was only when my father began criticizing the royal family, that senior members of the family and their advisors expressed their concern over the public attacks, and expressed their desire to have them stopped. I felt that even if my attempt to stop my father talking to the media failed, at least my husband would be able to say to his family that I had done everything I could to stop it." But the new court documents suggest Meghan was not only advised to send a letter by royals, but also did so for her husband. Separate papers by her former press secretary Jason Knauf claim she texted him in 2018 about writing the note, saying, "The catalyst for my doing this is seeing how much pain this is causing H." Mr. Knauf continued in his statement, "The Duchess said she was writing the letter in part to allow the Duke to demonstrate to his family that some action was being taken by the couple to stop Mr. Markle from continuing to engage with the media." She added the comma, "While unlikely, perhaps it will also give my father a moment to pause." Mr. Knauf also revealed in his witness statement how Meghan had been meticulous in her wording. He told how she messaged him with an electronic draft of the letter where she asked if anything stood out as a liability. The papers read, she also asked a specific question regarding addressing Mr. Markle as Daddy in the letter, saying given I've only ever called him daddy it may make sense to open as such, despite him being less than paternal, and in the unfortunate event that it leaked it would pull at the heartstrings. Meghan later texted Mr. Knauf again, saying, "Honestly Jason, I feel fantastic. Cathartic and real and honest and factual. And if he leaks it then that's on his conscience. And at least the world will know the truth, words I could never voice." The court was also told she was happy for the public to read the letter she sent her dad if he leaked it.